My background is in high school. From high school, I went right to an architect's office when I was a kid with a roll of drawings that I had and got hired and never left. I got bored really early because I started way too young, left and went to work in film, and was working in film in Los Angeles for a few years, having fun, meeting tons of people because film is very social. And then I met Robin she was on a New York film, a small New York film that came to town, and I was set designing, sketching for film, and met her.
And we started working together. I studied art history and painting and always had an interest in a kind of creative life and never really studied architecture or design formally. And started to work in film because it was such a hybrid of so many different skill sets. And I think I had a real interest in not focusing only on one facet of creativity in the sense of I wanted to make things, I wanted to make spaces, and film really lent itself to that thinking. Stephen had a background in architecture and really kind of pushed us to leave film after we did a lot of films together, which was inspiring and great kind of petri dish of experimentation for our ideas.
We like storytelling, we like narrative, we like a slow reveal on things where everything's not given away the first moment. You know, it slowly reveals itself. And film is always that way, right? You're slowing down the storytelling just to build up tension. And we're always thinking of that with hospitality, from the entryways to that first impression, you know, even trying to build in things like hesitation and suspicion and before you really give somebody a reward. That's all film related, from having discussions with directors and DPs.
In hospitality, I think a lot of people are traveling. I'm sure people travel for business, but a lot of people travel for vacation, for escape, to kind of understand someone else's reality, a different life, a different culture. Creating cinematic spaces, especially in public spaces, is a pretty interesting point of view for how to approach a hotel, and I think that's definitely still a part of our dialogue.
Fun working on architecture, beautiful interiors, but it's when the room is filled with people. Even if we're kind of strict with color and people get a little nervous, we say, no, don't worry about it. The people are going to be the color. You know, the people's clothing, their faces, their hair, the flowers. And hospitality is so fun just to see a restaurant full, a lobby full, just that energy.
There's just like thousands of people passing through these doors making memories and being really moved by these experiences. And I'll tell you, they do reach out to us. And when we see them, they talk about it, and it's pretty satisfying. It's pretty incredible. We're doing a dream project, so maybe there'll be another dream project, but in March of 2020, we open a suite of galleries at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, which is our first museum project, and a permanent suite of galleries, which the museum is really maybe one other time, if ever, had an outside designer participate in that kind of exercise. And so that, I mean, I grew up in New York and it was the first museum I ever went to, so I'm particularly moved. But I think the two of us being so excited by something that is, on the flip side of hospitality, truly about ideas.
I was just thinking, I'd love to design a chain of gas station diners around the country. American gas station diner chain.
Okay, perfect day. He gets up in Montauk. It's not too hot. He baked a bread, a sourdough bread that's there and that he likes. And he gets to eat a little breakfast, like kind of quiet, outside, reading emails, not too hot. Then there are waves, go surfing. In the afternoon, does some farming or gardening, and then surfs again. And maybe draws in the evening before dinner, makes a fire. Okay, perfect day.
Robin's, I think, perfect day. She'd sleep till noon, and then at noon there'd be, say, 7 florists would come over to the house, and like 6 gardeners. She likes help and people around helping. I mean, I think you're really good at it. She doesn't get irritated by help. End of the day, I'd have cooked for you like a roast chicken and candles, and, you know, and then you'd be like, you know, asleep at midnight.
Yeah.